here what you'll see me do is I'm creating a shadow line or a shadow for my tent just to make it look more realistic. When I finish drawing in all my designs, I simply save it as a PNG and import it on my GoodNotes app. For calligraphy, I often go with the brush pen on the calligraphy section on my Procreate app. Upon looking into my cover page for a few days, I simply felt like something is missing, like it doesn't look complete to me. So I tend to do this all the time, which is reuse the drawings that I made earlier and create a new element for my cover page. Here you can see me drawing a branch or a tree branch that is popping out towards the right corner to add a much more element for the forest theme that I'm going for. Here I'm just adding a few details with Now my cover page is a simple red tent in the forest with a path that leads toward it. I also added a half wreath at the top of the tent just to make it more interesting. Moving on to my monthly spread, I simply recreated or created something similar to my Plan With Me with my everyday journal. If you haven't seen that video already, I'll make sure to link the video below, or you can simply click on the link on top. If you're curious, I use a 5x7 for each box of the day and simply curve the outer part or the sides just to add texture or dagdag arte lang. I added a cropped craft paper image which is just like cutting but digitally on the upper left side and at the lower right side. But of course I wanted my calendar to be on top. I didn't want to make the same mistake that I did on my everyday journal. So you can see that I covered up a lot of days. So here I just wanted to cut the calendar so I can put it on top in a while. I simply wish that there is a command that you can put it on in front, so it would be more easier for me and I won't have to be doing all this stuff. As you can see, I am now adding a few baby's breath at the side to make it more feminine, and adding a few leaves that is being blown by the wind. I've seen Rach Lee's latest monthly spread, where she separated each box of her monthly spread. It got me curious that I wanted to create it maybe for the next month, so please do stay tuned for that. And I will also link Rach Lee's May monthly spread down below. Now I'm simply coloring in the leaves with the highlighter that is default on my GoodNotes app, and as well as the wind. Next on the list is my habit tracker. I opted for a simple vertical habit tracker and a quote page at the side, which reads, "What I stand for is where I stand on," which I feel like it's very environment friendly, and at the same time it goes with the theme of my design. Again, I used my Procreate app for me to create this quote page. I simply use my brush pen on my calligraphy default pens to create this font of this quote page, and just simply duplicate it to have a shadow effect. I was able to reuse the plant drawing that I made earlier, so again, it's my advice to layer all the drawings, so if ever you'll need to reuse it, it will be much easier to do so. Another tracker that I added for this month is my mood tracker, which I completely butchered at first with doodling small trees around it. I wanted to create a tiny effortless forest, but it was a complete fail, so I opted for my used to be habit tracker during the month of January and use it here for a timely mood tracker. Because if you're like me, I'm one of those people who are very moody. My mood change a lot of the time in a day. I know I have the year in pixels, but it was hard for me to remember it since it's all the way in the first page. So I simply opted for this one instead. I got this image on Pinterest where I got almost all my inspiration there, so I'll make sure to link it down below as well. And finally, here is a preview of my weekly spread, where I opted for a more creative look. I doodled in a rose with the gray to almost white tone, and added Polaroid photos for a memorable photo or event that happened that week. Expect the other weekly spreads on my Insta stories, so if you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Tina's Corner. Well, that's it for my May plan with me. Hopefully you were able to recreate this design, and again, if you were able to recreate it, please make sure to tag me on Instagram so I can feature your drawings on my next video. Thank you guys for watching. Again, please do hit the thumbs up button and the red subscribe button down below to be notified on my next upload, which is on Tuesday for my April monthly flip through. Thank you guys for watching. Bye guys!